Hey guys, welcome back to another My Week in Books. I think I've got a pretty good haul this week. Good mix of borrowed, bought, and one review book I'm really excited for. I'm really thinking getting into this whole video thing. Book banging went off without a hitch. It was awesome. I got some really great people to link up, so it's not too late. I'm going to leave it open all month, so it's not too late to make a post to talk about your favorite book boyfriends and who you like to swoon over, and you know, assert your dominance of wife status for your favorite book boyfriends. Anyway, so okay, back to the books I got the last 2 weeks or so. Borrowed. I got a few really great books in the library. The first one is Shadowlands by Kate Bryan. I got the second book, Hereafter, at BA, and got to meet the author, who is very nice. And I've heard this book is really good, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it reads like a contemporary, but then there's some huge, crazy twist at the end, I think. That's what I'm told. So I'm excited to read that, so then I can read the second one, and then I can stew over the idiocy of me reading the first two, having to wait a year for the third one. Whatever. Okay, I do that all the time to myself. But at least I have two of them to read. Yay! Making improvements. The next book I have been hearing... Okay, back to book banging for just a second because it leads into this. If I learned one thing from book banging, it's that I need to read this book right here. My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I guess there's this character named Jace with an S. I have to identify him differently from Jace with a C, being Wayland Herondale Lightwood from The Mortal Instruments. So this Jace with an S character I heard is pretty swoony. He made a lot of book banging lists, so I feel like I'm totally missing out. So I'm really excited to read this. I go to Savannah next week. Well, I mean, actually, when you're watching this, I'm there now. So I recorded this a little early, but this will probably be with me, and I'm really excited. Love boys, love the boys, all the boys. I know I talked about Never Fade last week, last 2 weeks, whatever, for review copy. So I got, yay, The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I'm really excited to read this, and I actually am probably going to break my own rule about my vacation books. I wanted summer reads, so I think I'm going to bring that and maybe Nantucket Blue, but I really want to read this book, so I might bring this with me. I didn't want to bring a book on vacation with me that's going to make me want to read it rather than enjoy the beautiful scenery. But I might break my own rule and bring this with me because I'm really excited. That's all I have for Borrowed. For review, okay, breakdown for a second. If you know me, you may or may not know I am a huge history dork. I love history. I love reading books that I feel like I'm learning something at the same time. My favorite historical fiction genre is anything having to do with the Tudors or the Plantagenet family, War of the Roses era. I have read multiple books about each family and each time period. It's the same darn story every single time. I know how it ends. I know who gets beheaded. I know who gets killed. I know who comes out the winner. Does it get old? Never. Never gets old to me. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm crazy or what, but I absolutely love that era. Twist on this, I have the Bolin, can you see that? The Bolin Deceit by Laura Anderson. The first book, The Bolin King, is about an alternate history where, I love this because Anne Boleyn is my favorite historical fiction, favorite person in history ever. If I could meet one person dead or alive, you bet your sweet butt it's going to be Anne Boleyn. Seriously, she was just such a top-notch person. I don't care how the history books wrote her. I think she's bloody fantastic, and I want to meet her really badly. So, you know, maybe in the afterlife, we'll see. But, so The Bolin King, the first book, is a take on if Anne Boleyn had a son that survived. So she wasn't beheaded. So, spoiler alert, history. If she wasn't beheaded and actually lived with King Henry VIII, and her son eventually became king. So that is what the first book is about. It is amazing. If you like history and you're familiar with that whole era, pick it up and read it because it's fan-freaking-tastic. I loved seeing Anne Boleyn older, and like happy-ish, you know, like she got a really, really poor ending in history, obviously, and I just love her. I love her. So reading an alternate history where, you know, she comes out the winner, in a sense, is amazing. So this is the second book. It's going to be 3. There's going to be 3 books. I am so excited. This book doesn't come out till November. I'm going to probably be reading it within the next few weeks. I had a few books I needed to read first. You'll see those, but this is going to be immediate because I cannot wait to read this book. Next is my bought pile. I got the second and third book, Reflected in You and Entwined with You by Sylvia Day. I have not read Bared to You yet, you guys, because like I said earlier, I have this terrible habit of reading the first books of series like we all do, and waiting another year for the second book, and then waiting another year, if not more, for the third book. So I refused to start Bared to You unless I had all 3, and now I do. So this is going to be a nice little smut binge read section. I've heard they're good. I have a friend that actually read them. It's not often my friends read books before I do, but they said it was good. I heard there's a lot of depth in them and actual good character development, so I'm excited, and I'm excited to meet this Gideon Cross character. I mean, I hope he's pretty sexy and swoony if he's a millionaire. We'll see if he can dethrone Damien Starks from the Starks trilogy series. We'll see. My last book that I have is what I'm really, really excited about because it, again, deals with history. The White Princess by Philippa Gregory. Okay, I've been saying a lot, haven't I? It's a horrible habit. When people make speeches and say a lot, it drives me nuts. I usually count it because I just want to stab somebody. So I will try not to do that. Anyway, I read the first book in the Plantagenet series is The White Queen with Elizabeth Woodville as the, there we go again, main character. She eventually becomes the wife of Edward IV. Oh my goodness. Who is like my favorite king in history. So that book is fantastic. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I thought the natural progression would be, the next book in this series would be about Elizabeth of York, her and Edward's daughter. This is the 5th book in the series, guys, so I have been waiting years, no joke, years, for this book and this perspective, because after the White Queen ends, it's kind of like, well, what happens now? What happens with Richard III and Elizabeth? Are they really kind of involved? Where does Henry VII come in? Because I need to know what happens next. Chronologically speaking, that should be the next order. No. What Philippa Gregory did. Well, I love the other books in the series, except I haven't read The Red Queen. I did the stupid again. So, she talked about Elizabeth's mom, and then Henry VII's mom, and then the Neville daughter. So this has been like legitimately 4 years in the making. So I am so excited for this book. And isn't the cover pretty? I'm not usually a fan of real people on the covers, but I like this one. I like the crown. I think the color's good. I really like it. And the girl's really pretty, don't you think? I think she's pretty. Again, sorry. So, that is my week in books. I think I got a nice haul. I'm really excited to start reading, and I'm hoping to have these done shortly, and you'll see the reviews on the blog. I hope you enjoyed my weeks in books, and my week in books. Oh my gosh, tongue-tied. And I will see you guys soon.